Hello, Marco. This is Tucker. He's the owner of CrossFit Route 7, and he has some questions for me. Tucker, how long have you been doing CrossFit?
I've been doing CrossFit, about 15 years now.
Wow, okay. So what kind of training do you have? You have like certifications or a degree in biology? Or...
Yes, so my background actually comes from, I have a business degree, but I've always had a passion around fitness and health and wellness. I was a college athlete and raced triathlons and always been kind of focusing on my own fitness journey. And then I found CrossFit, fell in love with it. I was like, this is the best and most fun way to train.
Okay.
And then I pursued, learning a coaching career in CrossFit. I got a lot of certifications, all mostly from CrossFit headquarters. They have excellent training programs for developing coaches. And after that, I opened Boston CrossFit in 2012 and CrossFit Route 7 here in 2015.
Oh, wow. Oh, yes, almost 10 years. 10 years. 10 years. That's
10
right.
years.
Yeah.
Over 10.
This is the 10 years. No, this is like, sure, this is
But it says it's out 2015.
Yeah.
But hey, we're so proud of you
No,
for what
thank you.
you've been doing. It's really been fun watching your journey. Incredible seeing your fitness change. Obviously, to achieve those changes in health and wellness takes incredible discipline and hard work. And, what a journey you've been on, and fun to be a part of that. That's all I can say. Fun to be a part of it, and we're proud of you for what you accomplished, because
Thank you.
it does take hard work.
Thank you. I feel a little, I don't know how to say it. I know, a little embarrassed, I guess. You have a question for me.
Yeah, so we were, after seeing all your progress here in the gym, we really thought it'd be exciting to highlight you as our next success story in the gym. We'd love to highlight people who are working hard and getting results, and you're really a testament of that. So I want to start off, how did you find out about CrossFit Route 7, this gym, and what convinced you to join the gym?
Okay, so a real quick history lesson. Back in 2021, I weighed about 560 pounds. I couldn't walk anymore. I got gastric bypass surgery. From the surgery alone, I lost about 60, 70 pounds. And then I began looking for gyms, for a personal trainer, for a way to work out. Eventually, I found a personal trainer. His name's Reggie. He runs Monarch Systems. And he was working at a Texas playground across the way. Okay? And if you come in and out of the parking lot, you see the sign that says CrossFit Route 7. Now, I was working for Reggie for a couple of years, and I got to the point where I felt I could possibly do more. So I meet with Reggie once a week, and then he gave me homework assignments, which I would do on my own at this playground. And so I would work out like 3 days a week. But I felt like I was getting stronger, like I could do more. And I had done CrossFit like 10, 12, 14 years ago in DC, CrossFit MPH. And I remember the effects of going to CrossFit were good. However, I was in constant pain and soreness because I wasn't doing it right. But I remember the effects. And so I'm leaving out of the parking lot one day, and I see CrossFit Route 7 sign, and then I come back and I see it again, and it's kind of like it was incepted into my brain. Like, hey, there's a CrossFit right across the way. You wouldn't even have to like go in a place different. It's just around the corner. You might as well check it out. Okay, so I came one day. I checked it out. I believe I spoke with Cameron that day, and I thought, okay, I want to see what else I can do, how much more I can do. And so CrossFit's here, it's my way, it's very convenient. So I signed up.
Awesome. And how much did you weigh at that point?
I weigh about 340 pounds.
And let's get out the big secret right now. Where are you weighing in
today? Today I'm 230. Today I'm 230. I weighed
over 100 pounds.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Wow, that's incredible.
My goal weight is 220, though I might weigh just at 200, because I never thought I would reach 220. When I set the goal weight at 220, it was like me saying, one day I want to climb Mount Everest. Okay? Possible, sure, but not very probable. But now I'm about to reach that, which is very surreal to me. And I'm thinking, well, okay, if I can do 220, maybe 200. So I might readjust it to 200.
Amazing. Gosh, that is just fantastic. So, when you started at CrossFit Route 7, you felt like you were ready for maybe a little bit more intense fitness program, maybe increase the frequency.
Oh, yeah.
But obviously you had goals of continue weight loss, get down to that 220, that was the focus, but what other goals did you have for joining the gym? What other things did you want to accomplish?
I didn't really have any goals per se. I wanted to see, I guess you could say my goals were to see how far I could push myself, how much effort I could put out and deal with. One of the things that were difficult for me was that when you're working out, you're very stressed, you're breathing hard, and it's not fun. I know people who enjoy working out, and I think they're crazy. I don't know how you do it, okay? And when you're sore, when you're tired, when you're breathing hard, you want to quit, you want to stop, okay? I wanted to not stop when it got hard. I wanted to not immediately take a break because I was breathing too hard or because my muscles were burning or something like that. I wanted to push myself further, and I needed an environment in which I could have that opportunity to endure a whole lot of pain and suffering and still continue forward. And CrossFit is perfect for that.
So true. And how'd you feel the community, people you kind of mentioned, it gets hard, and then typically a bunch of people do the same thing and doing that hard thing with you. How did having those members around you and those coaches around you help you, continue when it got hard?
Okay, so there's a book called Atomic Habits. And in Atomic Habits, the idea is how you establish, good habits. And one of the things it suggests is that you enter a community of like-minded individuals to help you establish a habit, help you get some accountability, that kind of thing. The community around in here at CrossFit with Dale and Amanda, is really, really supportive. Especially when I'm trying to do the last few seconds of a WOD and I barely can make it in time, and people, clapping me on or Dale's slapping my back, and then I get to finish. Just barely in time, but I finish, and that's really helpful. Also, as far as my fitness journey, fitness efforts, for example, I met a lot of different people here. Amanda, for example, she has her own Pilates studio called Body Equity. She also partners with a nail salon, and together they're called Fit and Polish, which is I think it's a really good name for their business.
I like it.
But so I met Amanda, and she does Pilates, and Pilates, I know what Pilates is, okay? So I decided, okay, let me try some sessions with her. And I got 10 sessions with her in Pilates to learn, again, more about what else this body can do.
Yeah.
Okay, that was very interesting. Pilates is different from CrossFit, but not necessarily less strenuous, just different.
Yeah.
And it opened up, it made me learn about the things that I didn't know I could do. Okay. Then I also met Sarah. She does yoga.
Yeah.
Well, she's currently doing yoga here once a month on Sunday, right? I didn't know what yoga was at all, and I barely knew the word. But she said, "Hey, have you tried yoga?" No, what's yoga? Okay, and she goes to a place called Core Power Yoga.
Yeah.
She also trains there, teaches there, and through her, I went into yoga, and I've been doing yoga now for about 2 months. That's very different. Yoga is very different. It helps me with my flexibility, my balance, my core, and I can see that effort gaining dividends in CrossFit.
Yeah, which if you look around the gym, you'll see flexibility and balance are two of the fundamentals of fitness, which we want our members practicing. So that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yoga is a great compliment.
It is. I think you're a good compliment. And I didn't know that. I didn't think about that. I didn't realize that because, again, I didn't know anything about yoga.
Yeah.
And like for example, my knees are bad. My knees are really bad. When I was at my heaviest, I couldn't walk anymore because my knees just wouldn't support my weight.
Yeah.
So there was like permanent damage to my knees. And one of the issues I have with my knees is bending down. Like now, if I do a squat, I can get down this far.
Pretty good. That's pretty
Before
good.
I could barely get there.
Yeah.
I still have little problems with like dynamic squats, like whenever we do a squat clean and I suddenly drop down, that's still very difficult on my knees.
Sure.
But doing a slow squat, like a front squat or a back squat, and I can control the descent,
Yeah.
then I can go down, and I've gotten further down through coming here and through going through yoga, which has helped me here.
Yeah, so it's improving your mobility.
Yes.
So, yoga helps improve your mobility, flexibility.
Yes.
So then you can move better.
Yeah, and I'm hoping to be able to do a squat clean where I'm suddenly dropping without sudden intense knee pain. Because I did one the other day and I had to stop because I kind of remember it right.
Good. So what advice can you give to others who are new to CrossFit, just starting their journey? Kind of think back to when you first started. What can you recommend? What advice can you give to someone new?
Okay, so I would suggest framing the effort in a particular way. So CrossFit is kind of tough, kind of tense. One, understand that the instructors, trainers will scale things down for you, but also, how to put this? Don't be afraid of CrossFit. Think of it as an opportunity as opposed to something you have to be, you have to do, something you get to do. Also, with any exercise, show up, consistency. Because, okay, when I first started, and every so often nowadays even still, I don't want to do this. I mean, I wake up and the first thing I do is feed my cat and come to CrossFit. It's the first thing I do.
Yeah.
I work nights, and so I come to the noon class, I wake up at 11, I feed my cats, get dressed, and come. That's the first thing I do. And I don't do anything else beforehand, because if I do, then the likelihood that I'm not going to come increases. Okay? So there are days when I don't want to come in, and I come in anyways. Now I may not do very well that day, because when you have the attitude that I don't want to be here, it adds 20 pounds to every single weight. That attitude alone adds 20 pounds to every single weight.
So the key is, and everyone feels that way. I feel the same way. Some days you just, I've got two little babies. They wake up all night long. I'm exhausted in the morning, and I come in, but I say I'm going to do 75% today. I'm going to come and move. I'm going to come and move. I'll keep that consistency. Yeah. And so I can relate to you in that sense, right? It's not always easy, but when you come and move, you just keep getting those results. So.
Right, yes. Another thing I would say is pay attention to your body. For example, I sometimes perhaps don't hydrate very well, or I don't get enough sleep, and then I do CrossFit, and then I'm really, really worn for the rest of the day because I wasn't paying attention to my body. Like when we did Murph last time, I came off of work that morning at 2 a.m. Murph was at 8. I had maybe 4 or 5 hours sleep. And when I came, I had half a bottle of orange juice that had 50 calories. Okay. Then we did Murph. So I did Murph on 50 calories and 5 hours sleep. Okay. That was not good. And
that could not have been good.
And then I wasn't planning to do Murph, but then at the last second I thought, okay, I'll do Murph. But I signed up for yoga at 10. So from Murph, I went to yoga. I felt unconscious.
No.
I didn't fall asleep. I felt unconscious. Okay. So pay attention to your body. Yeah. Try not to push yourself too hard. Hydrate. Make sure you get enough calories in before you do the workout and after you do the workout. Nutrition is very important to weight loss or to any kind of fitness.
Yeah, that's a good segue. Besides working out, what other lifestyle changes have you made outside the gym to achieve your goals? You mentioned surgery, so outside of that, nutrition obviously is a big part of losing or gaining weight if those are goals. So yeah, kind of share some details around other changes other than exercise here.
Well, okay, so outside of exercise, for me, and what my personal trainer has been doing, is one, counting my macros and my calories. So my diet is about 1,500 calories a day. I range between 1,460 and 1,540. Anything within that range is acceptable, but I try to hit 1,500. And 100 grams of protein. Besides that, I can eat whatever I want to eat, as long as I meet those criteria, 1,500 calories and 100 grams of protein. I'm trying to I'm going to think about trying to do a little more in-depth into my nutrition, but that's kind of general, that's just kind of broad. And I'm working with my personal trainer with that. Besides that, the other things I do, buy the appropriate clothing. So, Anastasia makes fun of me, or made fun of me because most of my shirts are like really, really, really large. Like,
now you get a Route 7 shirt.
Right, yes, right. So I mean, I had shirts that came down to my knees, because to me, they were normal. That was what I knew was normal. And then Anastasia says, "Hey, Mark, that shirt doesn't fit you anymore." And I'm thinking, yes, it does, because I'm thinking, if you tell me my shirt doesn't fit anymore, I'm thinking it's too small.
Yeah, you're not thinking another
I
direction.
think the other direction, right? Okay, and she's right, because when I was doing the rowing machine, my shirt got tucked with like right underneath, right? Yeah, it would get caught underneath the roller, and that hindered my process, my progress. My sweatpants were getting too big, and they were getting in the way of my moving around, right?
Yeah.
So I bought, a better size sweatpants. I bought new shoes to help me with, working out here. So clothing is another thing. The gear, the proper gear too. I also bought. I have knee braces on today. I recently bought some gloves.
Yeah.
Especially for the bar up there, because whenever we're doing handling and it gets sweaty, I can't hold on to the bar. So I have to grab something to do that.
So it's interesting, a lot of people tend to take CrossFit on the more expensive side for a gym. And I always tell someone, especially someone whose their goal is to lose weight, I always look in the eye and say, the expensive part of this process can be you buying all new clothes.
Yes!
As you lose weight.
Yes!
The CrossFit membership, monthly memberships aren't going to be anywhere close to new suits and new
Yes!
outfits as you go.
Yeah, I recently bought a new jacket, just a dress jacket. That's like $20.
Yeah, I mean, just one membership just like that.
Yeah. And then I have to do it again
Well,
because
what's so exciting, right? Because it's like
it's
you're not
surreal.
necessarily-
It's very surreal. Like, I used to have shirts that were 6X, 8X, 6X. And then when I started to lose weight, and Anastasia said, "Hey, you gotta get some new clothing." I bought some 4X shirts, and now those are a little too big for me. So I've recently been buying a couple of 2X shirts, and I don't want to buy another set of 2X shirts in case I lose even more weight. So I bought like 2 or 3 2X shirts just to like get me by. But yes, that's one of the aspects, weight loss.
So what's the biggest benefit you've noticed since starting CrossFit? And that can include both inside, outside the gym, just kind of a general high level, like biggest benefit you've seen. I guess the weight loss I think is up there, right? But any other benefits along with the weight loss?
I would say one of the biggest benefits that I didn't realize I would get from CrossFit or even like general workout but it started here with me in CrossFit was the confidence I've gained in the idea that I can make myself fit. Like when I first started, like I set a goal of 220 for my goal weight. But again, that was just an absurd number. I was just thinking, that was like saying, okay,
The Mount Everest,
right? Okay. But as I do CrossFit and as I get better and better, the idea that I can make, that I can be fit, that I can be an athlete, which is a label that I never applied to myself, has grown in confidence. I am more confident in my ability to gain fitness, to be stronger, to be faster, to be more agile, and that has come from showing up and from, doing a deadlift. When I first did a deadlift, my heaviest weight was I think 125, and that's 165. So as I see that progress, I feel more confident that yeah, I can become fitter. I can be an athlete. I don't feel like an athlete just yet, but I feel like if I continue forward, I feel confident in my ability that one day I can label myself athlete and feel like I'm not an imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
I feel like yeah, I am an athlete.
Well, I've seen your workouts, and I would say you definitely demonstrate capabilities and abilities of an athlete, and I know that it's a journey for you, and you'll keep becoming a better athlete, and so that's going to be fun to watch as you continue to
Yeah.
move forward.
So I think confidence, getting confidence in my ability to be a fit person.
Yeah. What's been your favorite thing about CrossFit Route coming here?
The music.
I love it. What
Okay.
coach has the best music?
Oh, okay. Because Brian's over there, right? And he's gonna be coaching class soon. And I don't want him to like make it harder on me if I don't say Brian's my favorite music. Okay, like Anastasia's videos. I like her mix most. Yeah.
So Anastasia is the real answer.
But for today, Brian has the best music.
I love it. Cool. Two more questions. What's been your favorite memory you've had related to CrossFit? Here at Route 7.
I wouldn't say there's one favorite memory. It's more like a series of memories. Like, I could not do a lunge for the longest time. And one of the things that I work in a personal trainer is those specific efforts that I want to work out on. So we were working on doing lunges, and there was a lunge WOD, and the first day I was able to actually do the lunge WOD, even though it was, scaled down for me.
Yeah.
That was a cool memory. That was a good memory. Another thing is like, and this is something I'm kind of curious about, because Anastasia said, "Hey Mark, time for you to do jump ropes." And I go, "No, it's not." He goes, "Yeah, it is." And in my mind, I'm thinking, how do you know it's time for me to do jump ropes? Okay, and I'm always curious how trainers know, okay, it's time to up the level of exercise.
Yeah.
And so I did jump ropes. I could only do 3 when I first started, and I can do like 30. But that's a good memory, because she saw that I had advanced enough where I could start doing this other more strenuous workout. Okay, and me understanding that she saw that made me realize, oh, hey, I'm getting better. That was a good memory.
Yeah.
And of course, every time someone, hey, Mark, good job, or when I'm doing a WOD, I barely did it there in time, and they're clapping me on. That's always fun. That's always a good memory. So it isn't any one per se. It's just a progress. Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. One last question. This is a random one. What's one thing you love about this gym that has nothing to do with working out?
Oh, I don't know. It's kind of hard. Everything's in the gym working out.
So you mentioned some people you connected with. You go do yoga and Pilates.
Oh yeah, the people are I feel like that's a standard answer, so to speak, to people in the community, but it's true. Jamie, big tall guy.
Yep.
Built.
Yep.
He's my role model. He's like, I want to be like Jamie when I grow up. Dale's funny. He's a bit outrageous. I met other people here. They're fun. Like again, Amanda. She's good. Amanda is passionate about working out, passionate about health, and that's inspiring. Sarah's short, right? Okay, yeah. But she's like lifting the deadlift. She's doing the power cleans. Like that's cool, and she's really good at yoga, right? It's like she has a whole mighty package there. Met other people here, Sinju, Brian, and again, it's like a standard answer, but it's true, the community.
Love it. Mark, hey, we're proud of you. This has been fun. I love hearing more about your story here. So, hey, keep up the good work. We're excited to continue to help you on your fitness journey.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Okay.